that, but also 15, threes, shooting 40 threes. This is hopefully what we're, striving for. It's still work in progress, but there was great energy in the ball tonight, and our guys had a great job.
There's a lot of emphasis on wanting to play your best basketball right now. Do you think that this performance reflects that?
Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. I mean, we're always never going to be satisfied. And what are we going to get better at? What can we tighten up defensively, offensively? But, the guys over the last couple of days have just really embraced that, and it's just one day at a time. The results will be the results, but are we coming in appropriate work? And then in the game, we're going to have the appropriate edge and the appropriate energy and the effort. If we can do that, we're going to get to our best basketball at some point soon.
I imagine you're happy for this.
Yeah, I mean, great homecoming. Obviously, you could see the energy, big smile on his face. Obviously, he had to adjust his role a little bit tonight, playing off the ball, playing on the ball, multiple assists, 6 assists. How awesome is that? Obviously, shot the three really well, attacking the rim, but he played a great overall game. And then also defensively, I thought he did a really good job. I mean, our guys had a level of physicality to take on a lot of premier, individual ball handlers and heavy pick and rolls. But to have Dez come back home, you could see the energy during introductions and throughout the game. I know that's always got to be fun for a guy coming back home.
Anything else?
Yeah, Taylor, you mentioned Dez changed his role a little bit tonight. I guess speak to me on how, from last year to this year, you kind of take on that on-ball creation a bit more, especially on a night like tonight without John.
Yeah, I mean, just tons of credit to Dez. I mean, obviously, when we drafted him, we knew he was on the ball a lot at TCU. Didn't get as much of that experience, his first year, just kind of learning his game. His first year, and then he really invested a lot in the summer. Summer league, he was on the ball. He was our primary point guard. But at the end of the day, he's got the ultimate care factor, ultimate work ethic. He wants to be a versatile player. He wants to, I think I've said it before, he wants to be comfortable being uncomfortable and being put in situations that are going to expand his game. And, he's had to step in, when Ja was out earlier in the year and, be able to play him as a secondary handler. But in nights like this where he's a primary handler, especially with that second unit, got tons of confidence in him because he's putting in the work and he's seeing the game.
Sure, tonight means a lot for Denver because it's from Richmond, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is from here. So I guess from what you've seen, I mean, obviously it's not his first time coming here, but I guess from what you've seen, what does it mean for him to come back and play this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think for JJ too, it's special coming back here. He's got roots here. I thought he was great, as the game went on, just the level of physicality he started playing with on the offensive end, obviously multiple blocks, rebounding. We said it before the game. I think a guy that can play multiple coverages. He did a brilliant job of that tonight. So another great game from JJ. And I know it's always special, whether we had coaches that have roots here too, but when players come back here, got a lot of support in the stands. You want to make sure you play well for him. And he did a great job tonight.
Sure. I guess from what you saw during that late, I don't want to call it a scuffle, that late interaction between Dylan Brooks and Isaiah Jackson, I guess, what did you see there?
I mean, honestly, I didn't catch the play. I caught the replay. There was a blind screen. Obviously, the refs reviewed it. They made their decision there. I didn't think it was anything more escalated. The guys kind of, competing against each other, and the benches separated. And I think it was, professionally handled from the officials in both teams, and they made their call, and we just kind of move on.
All right, we'll go to Zoom to Michael Cole.
Taylor, Dez got going early, and then he pulled out, the nice sidestep shot, and he made a nice step back. Did you sense, with the whole homecoming thing that he played, with an extra pep in his step, and just, in his preparation coming into this game?
I think, Dez always has that pep in his step. Maybe there was a little ounce more. But nothing that I was like, this is any different than any other night. I think his reactions, after certain plays and as the team was playing really well, you could see how he was, feeding off of being in front of his, home support system. But I felt like he just plays with a normal pop. He pays off the way he shoots the ball. He drives the ball. He was playmaking tonight. He's so consistent with that. So I think tonight's just another example of who he is on a daily basis.
All right, Joe Mullinax.
Coach Jenkins, Tyus Jones had 10 assists tonight and 0 turnovers. Again, it's kind of become old hat to talk about his ratio, but it really is elite. How valuable is it to have an offense that can go from Ja Morant, all NBA caliber offensive weapon, to Tyus Jones, who distributes so well and makes it possible for everybody to shine? Not that Ja doesn't, but it seems like that Grizzlies standard continues to evolve between those 2 point guards.
Yeah, I mean, when you got 2 lead guards that, play with that style, they create the energy in the ball, and Tyus is stepping in, to the starting role, which he's had to do a couple times this year. He sets a tone for us, whether he's starting, he's coming off the bench. The way he moves without the ball to just keep the half court play moving. The way he can just see stuff before it unfolds is, elite. Obviously the ratio gets talked about, like you said, a lot, but when he can come out there and distribute the ball, whether it's the bigs or shooters, play with great pace, then obviously knock down, 2 threes and play off the ball too, is big time. But, when those two guys, Ja, Tyus, it's infectious. And then you can see when, multiple guys are getting multiple assists and everyone's, eating out there, as we say, everyone can eat when we play like that. And it was great that he set a tone for us early in the game.
Anything else? All right, thanks.
Great. Thanks, everyone.